Saint Sebastian's church has stood for 2 centuries. Gothic spires reaching toward heaven. Or so it appears. 6 months ago, Father Marcus arrived. His sermons were passionate. His prayers were answered. The congregation grew. But 14 people have gone missing since he came. All last seen entering the church. None seen leaving. Came to investigate the disappearances. A journalist, a skeptic. She did not believe in demons or possession, just criminals hiding behind religion. She attended Sunday service. The church was packed. The congregation smiled at her. Too wide, too eager. "Come join us," they whispered. Father Marcus spoke of salvation, of sacrifice, of feeding the hungry. His voice was beautiful, hypnotic. The congregation swayed to his words. Sarah felt dizzy. The incense was too thick. The candles too bright. She tried to leave. The doors were locked. "Service is not over," Father Marcus said, still smiling. Communion was served. Not bread, not wine. Something darker, something moving. The congregation accepted it gladly, swallowed it down. Their eyes went black for a moment, then cleared, still smiling. Sarah refused. Father Marcus nodded. "As you wish, but you must still join us below for the real service." The congregation surrounded Sarah. Gentle hands, firm grips. They led her to a door behind the altar. Stone stairs descending. The basement. The air grew cold. The walls dripped. Symbols carved deep. Not crosses, older shapes. Wrong shapes. Shapes that hurt to look at. The basement was vast. Impossibly large. Cathedral-sized space beneath a small church. Impossible geometry. Pews filled with the congregation. Hundreds of them. More than could fit in the church above. All watching Sarah. All smiling. Father Marcus stood at an altar. Behind him, a pit. Something moved in the darkness below. "Welcome to the true church," Father Marcus said, "where prayers are actually answered. The God above ignores you. Too distant, too busy. But the one below, it listens. It provides. All it asks in return is faith and occasionally food." The pit churned, hungry, eager. The 14 missing people were not missing. They were consumed. Fed to the thing in the pit. In exchange for miracles, Sarah fought. But the congregation were strong. Unnaturally so. They dragged her toward the pit. She saw inside. Writhing tentacles. Too many teeth. Eyes everywhere. Was not a god. It was not a demon. It was something older. something that predated both concepts. Something eternally hungry. A voice echoed from the pit. Ancient, vast. Do not fear, child. I offer paradise. No more pain, no more doubt. Join my faithful. Become part of something greater. Sarah felt the pull, the temptation to surrender, to belong, to never struggle again. She almost said yes. But Sarah remembered the missing people, their families, their grief. Paradise built on corpses is still hell, she said. The voice laughed. Philosophy from food. How quaint. Very well. Resist. It makes the feeding more satisfying. Father Marcus nodded. The congregation lifted her over the pit. The church doors burst open. Police. Real police. They had followed Sarah, heard screams, saw the basement entrance. They descended with guns drawn. Father Marcus sighed. Unfortunate. The faithful, if you please. The congregation turned, no longer smiling, no longer human, mouths opening too wide. The congregation moved faster than possible, tore through police like paper. Bullets did nothing. They were already dead, had been dead, animated by the thing in the pit, puppets of faith. The screaming was brief. The feeding was not. Sarah watched in horror, trapped over the pit. Do you understand now? Father Marcus asked. This has been happening for centuries. Every generation, a church, a priest, a hungry God. We move when discovered. Start again elsewhere. You cannot stop us. You cannot even expose us. Who would believe? Sarah had one chance. The church foundations. St. Sebastian's was old. The foundations, unstable. Sarah had researched it. One support beam held the ceiling. She could see it from the pit. If it fell, the church would collapse. Seal the basement. Trap the thing below. But she would be sealed with it. Buried alive. Better than being eaten. Sarah twisted free, fell toward the pit. The congregation lunged to catch her. She grabbed a chain, swung, crashed into the support beam. It cracked. The ceiling groaned. Father Marcus screamed, "No, you will doom us all!" The church began to fall. Sarah smiled. Good. Stone rained down. The congregation was crushed. Father Marcus fell into the pit. The thing below roared, furious, betrayed. The ceiling sealed the chamber. Tons of rubble, trapping the entity, silencing it. But Sarah was trapped too, in darkness, with something ancient, and very, very angry. Sarah crawled through rubble, found a pocket of air, waited, days. The thing in the pit raged, tried to reach her. Could not. The collapse had weakened it. contained it. After a week, rescue crews found her, pulled her from the ruins. She was the only survivor, the only witness. Sarah told the story. No one believed her. Gas leak, they said. Mass hysteria. Cult suicide. The missing people were written off as runaways. The church was condemned, the site sealed. But Sarah knew the truth. The thing was still there, still alive, still hungry, waiting for someone to dig deep enough. St. Sebastian's is gone, but there are other churches in other towns with other priests, speaking beautiful sermons, answering prayers, growing congregations. If your church has a basement, if your priest's eyes are too bright, if the communion tastes strange, leave. Run. Do not look back. Some gods should never be worshipped. Sweet dreams.